Okay, so we have a mop, some duct tape, some thick, a little thick rope right here, and a bucket with a crack in it. And we have some scissors that you're going to need for the tape. So see if you can find some items like these around your house. Make sure that the mop can screw off. You want to screw that off? Okay. Also ask your parents if okay if you can use these items. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a string base, basically is what it is. So take your mop. Once again, I got all these except for the bucket I got at, you get them at the hardware store. They're like $3. But everything else I got at the dollar store. Yay! So you want a mop or a broomstick or anything that you can twist off because you just need the stick part. That's it. That's all you need. Okay? So take that off. Now, my bucket actually already has a crack in it. Okay? So we gotta fix that just a little bit. If you bought a new bucket, good for you. And what you want to do with that is you want to put a hole right in the center of your bucket. So get someone older to help you with that and use safety. So I'm going to use my handy dandy duct tape. MacGyver, MacGyver. Alright, I'm going to put those over here. Cover up my crack. Honestly, I should have used stronger duct tape, but it is what it is. Going in that side, and then, because you want your bucket to still be a bit strong, so when you play it, you don't want it breaking on you. On the inside. Almost there. I think I'm going to remove this. So once you paint a kazoo, you can make your bucket base too. And you can start a band. Make the music. Almost done. One more piece, I think. There, inside here. Now, because I'm putting the duct tape on the top, this is actually going to be my resonator to make the sound. It's going to mute it a bit. And even I put like three pieces of duct tape on the top, and it just isn't as secure as I want it to. So, and experiment with it. See what works best for you. Okay. Well, I'm all set. Okay. So, like I said, you need a hole. So you take my scissors, or you can take a knife. And because I use duct tape and there's already a crack in there for me, I'm just gonna push it around like that. And break my scissors. It's fine. I'm at a dollar store. It's okay. It's only $1. My mom won't be mad. They're my scissors. Alrighty. Spin it around, make it a little bit bigger. Okay. Next up, you need your rope. Now, you want it pretty long. Let's see. that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 yards. It's good size, good size. You could find other videos with more precise measurements if you want to, but you know, just get a long rope. You want it kind of thick, not too thick, so this is a perfect size, because if it's too thin, it's going to break. And you're going to put a knot on the end. And make it a pretty big knot so that it stays nice and secure in your bucket. Okay, now we are going to reinforce it with our duct tape. I'm not putting it on the knot, because putting on the part that is gonna be right where my hole is, this is gonna help it not break when we play. So I have reinforced the end of my rope with the duct tape, which just sits right above my knot that I made. It's a really big knot. All right, so now you're gonna take your rope, other end, and you're gonna thread it through the hole. You might need a little bit of help if it gets stuck and you can't get it all the way through. You can use the end of your scissors to kind of push it through. Once again, be safe. If you need help from an older person, then ask. Thread it through. Oh, you need to push it just a little bit more. And if you find that your hole isn't big enough for your rope, that's okay. You can always make it bigger. Just remember, you can never make it smaller when you don't want it too big. Okay, so I have the end right there, a little bit sticking out. Now I'm going to pull it through. Just like that. Make sure you can get the duct tape through there. You need to. Okay, now with your broom handle or your mop handle, whichever you have, it needs to have a hole on the end right here for you. Now, you could take a saw or something sharp and cut a little bit of a ridge in the end of it. You could do that. I'm not going to do that. So, yeah. So you're going to take the end of your rope, and you want kind of long to tie it and secure it. Plus, if it breaks, you have extra rope. Ta-da! Okay. Threading it through. Now, you want to put it right on the edge of your bucket. There's like a little lip there. You want to put it right there, like this. And then pull your rope really tight. Not so much that it breaks, but just enough to get a nice tension going on. You can even put it on the floor. It's hard for you to see. So I'm going to put my there and pull it nice and taut. Put your foot on the top and make sure you get a nice, good tension on your rope. Like that. Okay? Awesome sauce. Now that you have the desired tension, you're going to hold it in place with one hand, and you're going to wrap your rope around making sure you're keeping that tension you just had. And if it slips, that's okay. You can always adjust it, get it how you want, wrapping it around, pulling it nice and tight. This is going to secure it. I need one just a little bit more tight. Wrap. And adjust it if you need to. If you get it nice and wrapped and you're like, oh, I want it tighter, that is okay. That's what I'm doing right now. And experiment, see what works best. There are no set instructions on how to do this. You do you. Okay. Now, it's still kind of loose for me. Do, 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 do. Wrapping it around. Do, 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 do. Make sure everything's nice and tight. Wrap, 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 wrap. Wrap. Okay. Once you get your desired tension, you take your end, you put it through the hole again, and you can either do a knot or you can just put it down. I'm going to do a knot this time. Do boop 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 boop. Do boop boop. And one more time, just for good measure. And there you go. And this is just going to hang so that you are able to have extra. Okay, have made your bucket base. It's time to play, have some fun. Woo! You can either hold it down with your foot like this, or you need two on the side like this to hold it down, but after a while that really hurts your ankles. So I like to put my foot on the top like this to hold it down, just on the edge, not right on the top of it, because you want the top part of the bucket to be able to vibrate. And then your stick once again goes on the edge of the bucket, and if you put a little rivet in there, it should just slip right on if you saw it in there. And then you just pluck. Because we're using plastic buckets, they're just a little bit bigger, it has a lower sound. It doesn't resonate as much as a metal bucket would, but that's okay. And then to change the pitch, you're just going to pull the stick. And the more tension the rope has, the higher the pitch goes. And you really need to use your music ears to figure out what pitches to play to match whatever song you're going to play along to, or you just make up your own. And that is how you make a bucket bass.